Welcome to Spin Town, everyone. I'm here in front of the Pixel Museum in my old mountain right here. And, today I'm making a video to show you where I used to live before I moved into the mountain here, and then, well before I moved into the Cabo Beach, which is my current home. Um, the reason I am showing this off and where I used to live is because this mountain here, what I used to call my home, will not be here much longer. We are going to level this mountain and make the Pixel Museum um, once again suitable for viewing pixel art because Notch and Jeb screwed up the lighting and they haven't been able to fix it in forever. So me and Michaela are taking it into our own hands and we're going to put like a glass roof over it. But before we can do that, we have to get rid of the mountain. And that's kind of sad because I really liked this mountain. I was satisfied with not having a house, just a little bitty hut right there, and having the mountain as my home. But, if I want the Pixel Museum to, be usable, I need to do it. Because Notch and Jeb apparently are never going to. But my original hut, the very first, house that I built in Minecraft, was very close to Tallman. And Tallman's house was just down the shore from the Pixel Museum. It was right on the other side of this little hill right here. It's no longer here because I guess he got tired of rebuilding it from Mac blowing it up so many times. There's just a little grave now. And my house, the original hut, not the mountain, and I don't know why the game is not loading very well right now, but my original hut that I built in Minecraft was right over here across the water from Tallman's. And I had no idea his house was over there. I just went to the end of Super Tunnel at Yellow Line. At the time, Yellow Line did not go as far as it does now. But I came out of Yellow Line back that way somewhere, walked maybe, 100 blocks, found a shore in a nice little area, and built a hut. And right now, this is Sam's area now. He's kind of taken it over. But I was going to have this as my home. Even after I built my little hut, I was going to eventually build a bigger house in this location. Then one day, Tallman was online and he's like, dude, you built like right across from me. And I had no idea because when I first started playing in Scotland, my game was crashing all the time, so I had to keep the render distance set down on near. So all I could see was fog. I couldn't see across the water. And when he showed me that, I was like, well, shit. I don't want to really be in anybody's way. I'm new to the server, so I'm going to move. And so I packed up my stuff and I started walking down the shoreline this way. And let's see. Now, when I started walking, I was like, well, I'm going to walk a really long ways. I want to make sure I'm not in anybody's way. I want to, stay on good terms with everybody on the server. But as I was walking, I kind of got a little distracted. I saw some squid in this area right here. I very clearly remember seeing squid here because it was like only the second time I'd seen squid, period, in Minecraft. I saw them one time in single player and it kind of scared the shit out of me because I fell into an underground pool and all of a sudden this squid was all up in my grill. But anyways, I got a little distracted. I kept following the shore, not noticing that it's kind of curving back around. And so eventually what happened was I walked in a big circle because I just kept following this shoreline right here, and as you'll see, here is the mountain and the Pixel Museum. This is my property right here. And Tallman's is just, again, right over in this area. So I walked from right back over there all the way in a big horseshoe, and I'm probably a little closer to Tallman than I was before. But he didn't care. He let me stay there, and, this is where I settled. We have already started the digging process, but I want to tell you why I picked this area. As I said, I kind of walked along this way, and the first thing I saw this little cliff right here. It stuck out really far, and it wasn't as built up as it was then. This area right here was like non-existent. It was just like a really long, thin cliff, and it didn't look like it could actually support itself. If this was real life, and in real life that doesn't look like it support itself either. But I actually added support, all that stone and stuff right through here. I added, but when I first saw it, I still thought, hey, you know what? That looks cool. I could do something with that. Yes, but I kept walking, and I was going along the shoreline still, and then I came upon this mountain area right here. And for the most part, I didn't change any of this right here. I just saw this big gray flat area with a little hole at a couple little holes at the bottom. I could walk through the mountain. I was like, damn, that looks pretty cool. And so this was all grass at one time, and this obviously wasn't so neat right here. It was a little bit rugged, but it was easy to climb. So it's a bathhouse. Oh, they're building apparently. But I walked under here and I was like, oh, this is all a big nice open forest right here. I can get lots of wood and supplies. And then I looked up over here and I was like, oh, that's awesome. It's kind of like a big domed building, but it's all natural. So, I decided that this mountain would be my home. I didn't need a house. I would build underground and live on the mountain. I was a mountain man. But, oh, there's Michaela, slacking off. She does that once in a while. I don't give her breaks, so I guess I can't really, get after her for slacking off sometimes. But, yeah, that's pretty much why I picked this area. Is I saw that big cliff over there, and then I saw this face right here of the mountain, which I didn't really change this. This area right here is unchanged. I kind of carved out this a little bit on the sides, just so you can get a view of my beautiful yellow and blue house that I built right there eventually. And then I took the time, of course, to put my torches the way I do with the cobble bitch. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this took forever because I did the entire mountain this way. But I also planned every one of these trees. I cut down all the trees that were originally here and meticulously put these trees where I wanted them. And if I wanted a big tree, I sat there and planted trees until I got a big tree. So yeah, a lot of time and work went into this. The wall here took not too long to do. It took a lot of yellow flowers, that's for sure. A lot of time collecting yellow flowers because the yellow flowers go all the way around the wall. But yeah, this is not going to be here much longer. We're going to take it all down. For right now, what we did is I just took the 4 corners of the Pixel Museum. That's where we kind of dug an outline of where the museum is at below. We're going to dig everything out directly above it. I don't know how I'm going to do the landscaping after we're done with that area. I'll probably just bring it all down to this level right here. And that way I might make the Pixel Museum. I really don't know yet. I shouldn't say anything because I'm probably going to end up changing my mind. But I haven't really planned it out too much. Right now we're just digging everything directly above the Pixel Museum. I'll think about landscaping and other plans later. But yeah, that's it for today's video. Just wanted to go through and show you guys where I used to live. What's happening to the Pixel Museum and my mountain that used to be my home. And today you do have a video challenge. It's not going to be any kind of dice challenge like I've been giving you lately. Today's video challenge involves you guys getting creative. You do know I run a songwriting contest called Spin Tunes, and we create 8 new albums every year. I run 2 contests a year. We create 4 albums each contest. And we have album covers for all the albums that we've made, except for 2. There are 2 albums that we have made for Spin Tunes that do not have album covers. So I am going to leave it up to you guys to see how creative you can get and create album covers for 2 albums. I will put links to them below, but I don't want some just random picture, some random picture of me. I want you to think about what the album is titled, the theme of the albums, and I want you to come up with something that's fitting for that album. If you guys come up with something I like and I use your album work, you get a raffle ticket. And you will also get credited on the Spin Tunes albums, as creating the album work. So, this way you guys get to show me what kind of skills you got, you get a chance to win a raffle ticket, and, you help Spin Tunes out. And, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Appreciate your time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.